Before we start, I would thank you so much. Before we start, I would like to take a moment to talk about district mission. The mission of our district is we build new clubs and we support all the clubs in achieving excellence. I would like to take a minute to read Toastmaster's promise and then I will give the control to our speaker, Toastmaster Oscar. I request all the Toastmasters in this room to please raise your right hand, keep it on your heart, and repeat the promise with me. As a member of Toastmasters International and for my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly. I promise to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program. I promise to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments. I promise to provide fellow members with helpful and constructive evaluations. I promise to help the club maintain positive and friendly environment necessary for all the members to learn and grow. I promise to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so. I promise to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy. I promise to bring guests to club meetings so that they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers. I promise to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs. And I promise to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmaster activities. I do. Can you please repeat?
I do.
I do.
Thank you so much. The purpose behind reading the promise is to remind we all are dedicated Toastmasters. We are here to learn and grow, and we are here to serve the district and our club to the best of our capacity. While we understand our duties, we are always all set to give our best support to the district in the contest season as well. We are almost done with club level contest and we are all set to start area contests, division contests, and ultimately the District 18 contest. As a lot of contests are going to happen online, it is very important to understand what should we do and how should we make our club level or area division or district level contest successful. And for that, I am very happy to share that our very own member, Toastmaster Oscar, has taken the responsibility to accept the request of taking this session where he is going to help us understand what are the do's and don'ts for planning any online contest. We know we have got a lot of roles, the speaker, the judges, the ballot counter, the timer, the Zoom master, and if all of them are playing their role correctly, it is very possible and very much easy to conduct a successful contest. So, dear fellow Toastmasters, with a big round of applause, let's invite and let's welcome the speaker, Toastmaster Oscar.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, District 18 Program Quality Director, DTM Sarab Tawari, for coordinating this training and also for staying way past your bedtime. I know it's past midnight over there where you are. I would assume or make a good guess that all of you have a basic know-how on how to conduct a contest. Am I correct? No objection? And some of you have advanced knowledge and advanced experience on how to conduct a Toastmasters contest. I know definitely Carmen Lee Powell and Jim Book have that experience. But let me ask you, for the rest of you, what is the major challenge that clubs face or area directors and division directors face in conducting a contest? Anyone? Go ahead. Go ahead, anyone.
Giving contestants?
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe getting people to participate.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was just saying, yes.
Recruiting volunteers is a
Right, volunteers,
major challenge.
yes.
Absolutely.
as a new area director, I don't have experience with speech contests. So the challenge for me is learning about the speech contest. It was pretty easy because my club, who is not in our district, was very helpful in volunteering, but just getting the information and getting trained to be a chair, whatever else that I need to do, like I have no clue. Luckily, I have the experience. Chair, I'm the chair master. So I mean, I even get mixed up. I'm the
Oh,
chair master, so
wow.
I have another person under me, who is actually helping. But I have no real clue on what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm frazzled.
Okay. Well, you're all spot on with the challenge. It's the time involved in preparing, planning, coordinating the contests, and the logistics involved in putting a contest together is very daunting for most of us. So this training is about helping you with information and tools and tips on how to conduct a contest, such as recruiting help, getting judges, timers, ballot counters, a chief judge, a Zoom master, a contest master, helping you with the paperwork involved in filling out the forms, such as the judges' eligibility forms, the speaker eligibility forms, and verifying that the contestants are in good standing. That's a major requirement, and how to do that. Also, I will inform you about the protocol, the procedures, the rules, how to draw the speaking order,
Things like
the rules for conducting a contest online, such as, is it okay to record the contest? When do you mute the audience? When do you need a video release? And so forth and so on. What do I have to say as a contest chair? I will provide you with a script. And then about protests, who can protest and what are the grounds for protest? So this training is an overall training on what happens in a contest. And my goal today is just to help you make the job easier to perform. So let me get started. First, I'm going to put a link in the chat. I will be conducting a live demo of the tools that I put together that you can use in your own contests. So go ahead and click on the link that I sent you on chat so you can follow what I'm doing. And I'm going to share my screen right now. All right, do you see a District 18 image with contest chair, judges, timers, ballot counters, and everything about contests on the shared screen?
Yeah.
Okay, now if you click on that link that I sent you, you will see the same thing and you can follow what I'm doing. So I'll wait for a few moments for all of you to do that. All right, let's get started with the contest chair role. If you click on the contest chair, and I'll do the same thing here on my screen, go ahead and click on contest chair. This right here is the script that you will use if you're the contest chair. Let's say you want to do a international contest and you want to know how to start, what to say, how to introduce the contestants. So go ahead and click on that link, contest chair script, and just follow me here. Okay. Let me start the slideshow. Okay, here we go. Okay, does everyone see the contest script?
Yes, Oscar. International Speech Contest. Yeah.
So I'll just go through this really fast. The first thing you'll say is, welcome everyone. I will begin with an overview. I need to fix my screen here for a second, okay? 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, you get the idea. If you follow the script, this is the minimum that you can, these are the minimum words that you can use. All right, I'm still having the same problem. But if you use this script, this is everything that you have to follow and say in an international contest. For example, when you're introducing the contestants, you will be stating the contestants' number, the name, the speech title, and the name. There will be a 1 minute of silence at the end of each speaker's speech. So all I'm saying here is, if you follow this script, you don't have to make anything up. You don't have to produce anything. Just follow this script and you'll be fine. All right, let's move on to the next part. Oh, by the way, are there any questions about the script? The reason I sent you the link is, for you to be able to do this on your own. Okay, no questions on the script. Let's move on to the next part.
Can we download the script?
You can download the script. You can copy it, and you can modify it. You can change. You can fill out the names of the contestants on the script. Yeah, I made this so that you can use it any way you want to. All right, the next part is the judges. Has any of you served as a chief judge before?
Mhm.
Okay, there's a few here. If you're the chief judge, you want to, or if you're serving as a judge, you want to click on the judges link. So go back to the original link that I sent you. Click on judges. And then what you'll see here are the forms, the legacy scoring criteria forms that you have to use if you're a judge. For the regular judges, let's say you want to learn about the criteria for scoring the contestants, just click on international speech. And I'll do that here on my screen. And it will take you to a link at the Toastmasters International website where you can download the actual judges guide and ballot. You see that? So if you're a judge, this is what you would download and use to as a guide for scoring the contestants. If you're a tiebreaker judge, you would click here on the other side where it says tiebreaker judge, and it will tell you it will provide you with the criteria for selecting for breaking a tie. And if you scroll down further below, if you're a chief judge, you will want each judge to submit a judge's eligibility form. If you click on that, it will again take you to Toastmasters International, where you can download the form that you need to give the judges for them to fill out. So in my case, this is the International Judges Certification of Eligibility. All right, moving on. If you need a judge's training refresher, if you want to know the basic rules, the fundamental rules for judges, just click on this link and it will take you to something that I prepared. Again, this is another slide presentation where if you follow the slides, it will explain what the eligibility is. Has to be a paid member, and if you're a area division or if it's an area division and district contest, must be a paid member for a minimum of 6 months. The difference between judging and evaluating, there's a big difference. Judging, you pick a winner, whereas evaluating, you evaluate the speech based on the pathways criteria. So if you're judging, your job is simply to pick a winner. The difference between subjective and objective, the barriers to objectivity, like the halo effect, having heard the speech before, or unfamiliarity with contest rules. Protest, what are the grounds for protest are right here. And then a summary of what you need to know as a judge. All right, moving on. Let's look at timers. If you're a timer, again, I have a link here for what the timing rules are. So you can just download this and read about the timing rules. And then finally, for ballot counters, you have a form as well that you need to use. And this is the ballot counters tally sheet that you would use to add up the scores. All right, now that you know about the forms, let's go and look at everything about contests. This one is available from the District 18 website. If you click on this, it will take you to District 18, where you can get some more resources, such as the rule book right here, the explanation of changes from last year to this year, a video on the judge's guide and ballot, video recording guidelines, frequently asked questions about speech contests, best practices for online speech contests. So use this as a resource if you're a chief judge, or if you're a contest chair, or if you're a functionary, if you're performing any role at a contest. This is a very helpful resource guide available to you. And now I will actually demonstrate an online ballot, an online tool that I developed that will help you collect ballots from the judges. It will help you collect timers report from the timers, and it will help you and the ballot counters view the results live online. So let's all click together on the judges ballot demo. This is an online Google tool that I put together that I'm going to make available to any of you that want to use it. So let's click on the judges ballot demo. What you'll see here are the actual ballots that you would set up for each of your contests. So let's click on international judges ballot. Okay, everyone doing that? Click on it, and what you'll see is the actual ballot that you would use to select the winners of a contest. So in my case, I would put my email right here, my name, And this is a simulation of an actual contest. You'll pick the first place winner. In my example, let's say I will pick Shay Lynch as my first place. I will pick Jim Larson as second place. And third place, I will pick Rekha Mordani. She's from India as well. What would happen if I select the same contestant, Shay as first place and third place? Well, you can't do that. You have to have a specific first place, a specific second place, and a unique third place. So if you do that, it won't let you submit your ballot. So you actually have to pick a unique first place, a unique second place, and a unique third place. Once you do that, you're set to go. Now, if there's a protest, let's say you want to lodge a protest and you want to inform the chief judge that there's a protest based on originality. Let's say one of the speakers wasn't original or substantially original, then you would click yes right here. If you have no protest, just click no. And that's it. You submit the ballot. So everybody does. I want all of you to do the same thing. Let all of you submit a ballot, a test ballot. So let's all do that right now. Okay. Once you submit the ballot, you'll actually get a confirmation in your email of what you submitted. It will tell you it's an actual copy of the first place, second place, and third place winner that you selected. So I'm assuming that everyone has submitted a ballot. Let's all now pretend we're timers. Click on the timer report demo right here. And click on the international. Okay, we're all timers right now, okay? Click on the international timers report. And again, you'll see a form. So you would enter your email, type in your name, and then put in the time. Let's pick an example. Let's say Jim Larson spoke for 2 minutes sorry, 7 minutes and 14 seconds. So I would put 7:14. That means 7 minutes and 14 seconds. For Rekha, let's just put 5 minutes and 45 seconds. And for Shay, let's put 4 minutes and 29 seconds, just to illustrate the entry of the timers report. And then for these other contestants, which are none, you can leave them blank. All right, and then submit it. Okay, everyone do the same. All right, assuming everyone has submitted their timers report, we will now look at the actual results. This is the ballot counters link. Let's click on that. All right, we were doing what? The international contest. Click on international contest. Now, if you're the chief judge in the ballot counter, this is what you'll see. All right, I voted for Shay as first place, Jim as second place, and Rekha as third place. Therese Patterson voted none, voted for C5 as first place, C6 second place, and third place was C7. There were no protests. So as you can see, the ballots and the timers report that we submitted were automatically uploaded to this results spreadsheet. And if you scroll down further, you'll see the actual ballot counters tally. Since I selected Shay Jasmine as first place, you can see that Shay got 3 points because first place gets 3 points. I picked Rekha as third place. Third place gets 1 point, and Jim Larson gets 2 points because he was second place. So this tool right here automatically tallies or totals up the scores. So you don't even have to do any math. And as you can see, we have a clear winner. Shay got 10 points, Reka got 5 points, and C5 got 3rd place. Or maybe that is incorrect.
Yeah, what about Jim?
Let's see
Oscar,
what
I
Jim.
think
What did
10
Jim
is
send?
highest. Yeah. The maximum I see, Oscar, is 10. So I think the speaker having 10 points will be the winner, followed
Yes.
by 9 points. Okay, now it has changed. C1 gets 12, C3 gets 11, and C2 gets 7.
Okay. All right. It updated on my sheet here as well. So we now have a
Okay.
clear winner. 12 points is the winner, 1st place winner, Jim Larson, Shay with 11, and Reka with 7. Now, if you find a tie in any of these scores, if you're the chief judge, you will have to confer with your tie-breaking judge. The tie-breaking judge does not use this at all. The tie-breaking judge will have to provide his or her tie-breaking selection to the chief judge directly. Okay. Now let's scroll down further. This is the timers report that all of you submitted. So as you can see, the times are all reflected here. So with this tool, it's much easier and much quicker to obtain the results, to obtain the ballots, to obtain the reports. You don't have to email anything. You don't have to text anything. Just use this tool to facilitate the collecting of the ballots, the collecting of the timers report, and the counting of the scores, the tallying of the scores. So that's pretty much what this tool does. So if you want to use these tools, just reach out to me. I will set up the Google app, and I will give you the link, and you can enter your contestants' names, and it should be pretty easy to use. I think it's pretty user friendly. So were there any questions on how this works?
So
Oscar, I can see 2 raise of hands, and Nick raised his hand first. Nick, you can unmute and speak.
yeah, so I had a question about there being joint contests. So area 24, 23, and 21 are all going to have their area contests at the same time. Would you create 3 different contest guides, one for each of us?
Exactly. What you'll get is a set of 3 apps, three contest guides. Correct. So you'll have 3 international contests, 3 table topics contests, for example.
All right, and we have to submit the contestants how long in advance?
Well, since you're in control,
Oh,
you're now the owner of the app. It's up to you.
so then I put in the names.
You'll put in the names.
Contest.
Exactly.
All right.
Now, if you need help, if you need guidance, just let me know and I will walk you through it. But you're in charge. When you get this app, it's all up to you.
All right.
Oscar, it's
Cool,
my
thanks, Matt.
understanding then that the app is going to be unique to the contest. So if we go back and we use this for a club, you may have several clubs at the same time using the app. but each of them would have a unique app for that event.
Yes. You'll be the owner of the app, and it will only be designated and assigned to you only. So that means no one else can access it. It's private, and it's restricted to be used by only you.
Oscar,
Yes, Carmen.
you keep using the word you. Who does you refer to? The chief
The
judge
contest chair.
or the contest
The
chair?
contest chair and the chief judge.
That's what I want to make sure. That is not something out there that any and everybody can see. It has to be a specific person. So the
Yes,
chair and the chief judge, they're the only two people.
correct.
What?
And your helpers, your functionaries, your ballot counters, your judges, they all will get linked to your app.
Mhm.
And it's up to you to send them the links that you will be using for the judges, the links that you'll be using for the timers, and the links that you'll be using for the ballot counters.
Oscar,
Maybe
I think Jim is raising hand. Jim, you can unmute and ask question.
Hey, Oscar, can you go back to the International Speech Contest eligibility?
Sure. Yep. Okay, let me share the screen again. Eligibility of the judges? Which
No,
one?
the contestants.
Okay, contestants.
I thought it was under judging.
Yeah, you know my tool better than me. Okay, here we go. Is it the judge's eligibility form that you're
No, it's
referring
the
to?
contest. Okay, what I thought I saw, well, I thought I saw that you needed to have 2 levels completed.
Oh, that was in
Only.
the refresher, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go back to judges. Judges training refresher. Okay, here we go. This is the one you're,
is that? Okay, that's judges.
for-
eligibility.
that's for
It's not
judges.
contestant. Okay,
but what you want is the speaker's eligibility?
yes, yeah. Well, let me cut to the chase rather than ask a question. The eligibility is to complete in 2 levels of pathways or a DTM.
For the international contest, you have to be level 2 or above,
Or a DTM.
or a DTM, correct?
I just wanted to make sure that that was understood. Now comes a question concerning the judges' ballots. What happens if there's less than 3 contestants?
This tool requires you to pick a third place winner, even if it's none.
Okay,
And it's just the way it works.
okay.
Because most contests, I have to allow for up to 3.
Well, yeah,
We would just disregard the non-existent third place.
okay. That's all I had.
Thank you, Jim.
Do we have any
I-
other questions?
Terry was asking some question, but she has written, I can see it now. Terry, are you good now, or do you still have any questions for us?
I'm good, thank you. I'm working off a cell phone, so it's, limited, but I did find everything I needed. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So my suggestion is use this contest guide or this contest link of all the
Good.
forms that you'll need for judges, timers, ballot counters, chief judge, contest chair. Everything that you need, I tried to put in this website, so you don't have to hunt for it, because that's a lot of time spent looking for information. So hopefully this will be a good repository of everything that you'll need.
But a lot of this information is available on the Toastmasters website also.
It is, yes. But some people don't know where to find it.
I know a lot of people want to go and read and look for it.
Yes, you have to search for it.
To always give them supplemental information.
Yes.
Oscar, we have one question from Area 61 Director Tim.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Oscar, for the presentation. I had a question. If you're having multiple areas in one contest, do you recommend doing table topics at one time so the judge will have 3 apps to look at and then move to the next, to the humorous speech and then to the international speech?
That's all up to the contest chairs. That's all up to the contest chair's decision. There is no restriction or no rule against doing that. It's okay if you want to start with the 3 tabletop contests first. As a matter of fact, that's actually an expedient way of running a contest. Why not just get all the table topics contests out of the way first, just to make it easier to manage? Sure, you can do that.
Okay, and then I'll take 3 different apps though, right? The judge will have to open 3 different apps.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have a separate app for each area in your case.
Okay, thank you.
Because each app, the contestants are different. We don't mix the contestants. We'll have a clear first, second, and third place winner for Area 61 and a clear winner for Area 62, and so forth and so on.
Okay, thank you.
And you can do that for the speech contest?
As well, yeah, you can do it for the international, you can do it for the
Give
humorous.
all speeches like international from 3 areas and just with 3 different apps.
You can. It's difficult to manage, but hopefully this tool that I put together will make it less time consuming, because a lot of time that's spent, and in my case, and in my opinion, wasted, is waiting for the judges and the chief judge to come back to the contest. And a lot of that time before we started doing this tool could last 30 minutes or more. So I remember a contest where we had to wait 45 minutes for the results, and your audience would lose interest. So the idea here is to speed up the process of collecting the ballots, processing the ballots, and getting back to the contest. Of course, we'll give the judges all the time they need, but you don't want to waste your time waiting to text, waiting for an email. If you use this tool, it's immediate. Once you submit a ballot, you'll get the results right away online.
And if you're in a situation where you have, that's a hybrid contest, and where you have people that are some judges that are
In
in the
person?
meeting room, and then you have judges that are online, then you still have to combine those ballots.
Yes, you will have to work with your ballot counters in person to provide you the partial results from the in-person judges, and then you will add that to your online subtotals. So that's another part that you'll have to manage somehow if it's a hybrid contest. You'll have to add up the scores from the in-person judges and the virtual judges.
Now, the link you gave us to the tool that we were looking at, we still need to ask you for apps.
Yes, you'll have to ask me to create the app for you, just assigned to you. If you're
So-
the chief judge or if you're the contest chair.
Okay, so this tool just basically.
Well, this one is a demo.
instructions.
Yeah,
That's-
this one that we did today is just a demo.
Okay, but we actually need the real tool, which
Yes.
simply, yes.
Yeah, you can play around with this demo. You can send
So,
test ballots, see the results.
so area 32 and 33 are gonna have a combined contest. So they'll need like
2 sets of apps
for each
for each area.
okay. For each contest too.
Well, each app has 4 contests,
Oh, okay.
right?
Sounds
Well,
better, yeah.
in our case, 3 contests because we don't do the evaluation contest in our district. So you'll have an app for international humorous table topics for area, is it 31?
32 and 33,
30.
but you said that the app would have all the contests in it.
Right.
That one would be for 32 and one would be for 33, because
Yes.
2 apps take care of that all.
Yes, and they don't intermix. They're separate.
You're right. And Mary Ann's hands up.
Yes, when we were doing it live, you could have new people come in. What happens in this kind of contest, because you're setting up a spreadsheet? For example, one of my clubs has 3 people that competed. Obviously, only 2 go forward, but if one of those 2 can't make it, and then the third person wants to fill in, how does that work with your spreadsheets?
So this is a last minute change that you're doing
Right.
as an example?
I don't anticipate it, but since we're doing training, I want to ask the question. Yes. So because that person would already be there for another contest anyway. So
All right. This is what I would suggest. Go ahead and put the names of those contestants in the ballot,
right.
and then make an announcement as contest chair to disregard certain contestants.
Okay.
That way, if let's say the first place winner doesn't show up, the second place winner is still in the ballot.
Okay.
That's the only way I can think of accommodating the last minute change.
Okay.
Because you don't want to make changes to the forms, to the ballots at the start of the contest or minutes before the start of the contest. That's going to be unwieldy.
That's the reason why I asked the question.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, you have to be flexible. Yeah. Do we have any
So
other questions?
So nobody can go to a contest if they have less than 8 paid members, right?
That is correct. The club
Pretty
has to
much.
be in good standing. That means 8 members or more.
Because some people are having contests hoping they'll have 8 members by the time they like hit the area.
Correct. How do you verify that a contestant is eligible or has paid their dues or is in good standing?
To go to member management.
Membership management. But what if you don't belong to that club? What if you're the area director and you don't have access to their membership roster?
Ask the president.
It's on the district website. You know that you don't know who it is, but you might know there's only 5 paid instead of 8 in the district reports.
Isn't there a report for the area directors that can see all of the current members that are paid up?
Yes, there
Yeah.
is.
From Emory would have that.
Yeah, you would
The area directors would have it, and I imagine the division directors
would also have it.
Yeah.
But if the area director is designating the contest chair responsibility to someone else, the area director still has to coordinate things. Were there any questions about the script?
Well, the only question that I have, Oscar, is I assume that I know that this is being recorded. Will this be available to us?
Yes, this is being recorded and I will provide the recording to Sarab and he will post it on YouTube.
Sure, Oscar. Yeah, we'll get it uploaded. Nice. Do we have any more questions? You can unmute and speak or type it in the Zoom chat. Yes, Carmen.
Carmen.
No? Okay.
I heard from Roxanne that some people are competing with the expectations that they will have 8 members. What happens if you don't have 8 members?
Then the person.
They can't proceed.
They can't, yeah.
And I've already told them that.
Therefore, is it worthwhile doing a contest and you don't have 8 members?
Yeah, that would be at the club level.
Correct.
Got to stop it because people will expect that we have a contest, we have somebody, time for that person to move on. I think we have to set certain rules.
Maybe, maybe at the club level.
Club level, if you don't have the 8, we can't have a contest.
Okay, that makes sense.
In people's mind that, you know, I may be going on because I think we're going to get it. There's no think. There are rules and we got to follow the rules.
But help me out too.
That's right. We need to have 8 members to have the club in good standing. And the member who is contesting should also be a paid member at the same time. So there is a statement in the rule book. The contestant should be a member in good standing from the club, which is also in good standing. All right. I can see one more raise of hand, Oscar. Janet wants to ask a question. Janet,
Certainly.
can you please unmute and speak?
Actually, I'm going to take a counter position to should a club hold a contest if they only have 7 members? I would say that's up to the club if they want to have that as part of their training and excitement for that club. Hold a club contest. It's good practice and it would encourage the members to be looking for that other member so that they hit 8. But if they don't hit 8, they've had a lot of fun having a contest and improving themselves. So I think it's up to the club. I don't see any problem with them if I heard one of my members in Max Standing Ovation Toastmasters recently say she belonged to a different club before, and throughout the year they held club contests so that they were ready for contest season. And I think there's a lot of good logic in that. That's my 25 cents.
And maybe it'll encourage the club to add more members to be in good standing.
Exactly.
I don't disagree with it. And I disagree, because it's at the moment in time when you're having a contest that you need to follow the rules. And the rule says you should have 8. If you don't have, then you will just have to say, well, guys, we're going to have our own little mock contest here. But
Correct.
what let the expectation be that we hope to have, so that the person who wins in the mock contest moves on.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Clubs, I support the idea that clubs can have as many contests as they want. However, if the intent is to send someone to the area contest, then that club has to be, and the member has to be eligible. And if they're not eligible, then they can't advance to the area level. I think it's as simple as that.
That's right. So at the time of contest, we need to have 8 members. It may be possible a week ago there were less members, and the day when we are doing the contest, before that we have added new members, right? So we will only see the number of member in the club at the time of contest, not before or after. Thank you so much. I can see one more raise of hand. Catherine wants to ask something. Catherine, can you please unmute and ask your question?
Yeah, I just wanted a clarification on that. When I've been involved in club contests in the past, I've been told that they don't actually enforce the good standing rules until the deadline has passed for the membership payments, because they say, let's say it's February 1st and we're not in good standing, but by February 15th or maybe by March 1st, we may be in good standing. So if someone could just clarify that for the district, what is the district's policy? I think that would be very helpful. I mean, it's really not up to the poor contestant wants to compete and advance. I know a lot of people put a lot of weight into the international speech contest, and it's really up to the club officers to ultimately keep the club in good standing. So if someone in the district could just post that, or maybe we could have our chief judge weigh in on, because like I said, in the past, I would see people ignore the good standing for the club until it was time for membership dues.
No, that's a no-no. That means they were going against the rules of Toastmasters International and just.
I agree with Carmen. We need to have minimum 8 members at the time of the contest, not before and after.
The old rule was 6. The new rule is 8, unfortunately.
Okay.
And I have seen people move on. And as a matter of fact, Catherine, that may have happened where individuals moved on thinking that they were competing in the division contest. And they reached the division contest and realized that, hey, the chief judge and the chairperson double checks to make sure that everyone is paid up. And the dues was never submitted. Guess what happened? That person was devastated because they could not compete because their dues were never sent into Toastmasters International. That was because the treasurer did not do his work. Not just for the one member, it could have been for I was there. I was one of the judges. It was the entire club. No dues were submitted. And that person could not compete. It wasn't April the 1st. It was before. Your dues must be paid up, which means that the dues was not sent when the person paid in October to Toastmasters International. They were holding on to that, not doing their work. They had the contest. The person came to represent the club. They could not represent the club because the dues was not paid by the treasurer. Not for the one person, but for the entire club. So there are going to be different kinds of circumstances that you will be faced with, but we all have a responsibility to do certain jobs. First, to make sure we have sufficient members. Second, to make sure those members are all paid up and in good standing before the contest. And that is a part of the job of the chief judge and also the chairperson.
And so, Carmen, is what you're saying, because we, in the spring, because we had the international and that person's going to advance, you have two different dues periods that are involved. One, the person can be active through the end of March, but if they haven't paid to renew beginning April the 1st, and you have a contest after April the 1st, and that dues have not been received, then they're ineligible.
That's correct.
So they could be eligible for part of the contest period, but not for the other part.
And this is happening because they have changed the times of contests. Remember, contests never used to start in January and February because the district conference was normally in the month of May. So you have to check and make sure and everybody knows that their dues are paid up. Now, because the contests have started some contests have started in December, January, February, and you're finished. In some cases, I was speaking at that in club in Canada, they already finished all the area contests. They already finished the area contest, believe it or not. Right? Because in March, they want to be ready for the division. In April, it's when the district starts. Now, in April, we have our district, whereas district used to be in the month of May. So we've got to backtrack and we've got to double check every single thing because I'm going to tell you, you would hate to have somebody in District 80 win a contest, head on to the regional semifinals, and get bowed out because their dues are not up to date. It is devastating for members. So it's not just that we all want to speak and we all want to do things, but there are certain positions and responsibilities that we at the local level have to check into before. We don't want somebody going up there because I'm going to tell you, Toastmasters is going to check it out. They're going to check it out. My 25 cents.
All right. Do we have any more questions? Also, Oscar has shared his email ID. You can check the Zoom chat and make a note of the email address. If you have any doubts and questions after the session, you can drop him or drop me a mail, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
There's a question about the YouTube link. Will you be providing that YouTube recording via the District 18 website?
Yes, we will get the recording uploaded and this will be shared with all of you.
All right, excellent.
Thank you.
Well, I hope this training has armed you with a little bit more information and knowledge of what to do in a contest.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Oscar, for taking out time and sharing all the knowledge with us. I could see there is so much of enthusiasm across District 18. We have got a lot of doubts, questions, which is also an evident. It's proof that we have learned a lot and we are excited to have quality contests in District 18. So once again, I would like to thank Oscar and thank everyone for taking out your time, for being a part of this training, and for making this training successful. I wish all of you a great contest season. Please don't hesitate to contact me, Oscar, or anyone from the leadership team whenever you need any help. We will be working together and we will make all the club, area, division, and district level contests successful. So with this, thank you so much once again.
Please don't leave. I have a question I need to ask Oscar to address for some of the members here who are relatively new. Would you go over the rules of what is the criteria for protest? Because people protest over some things that really are not authentic.
Okay, the grounds for protest are originality, which means that the contestant borrowed from some other source and did not give credit to that source and borrowed more than 25% of the material from another source. Yeah. That's my understanding of originality. The speech must be substantially original. is the basic meaning of originality. The second one is referring to another contestant's speech. The contestant must not refer or say anything about the other contestant's speech at all in a contest. Does that explain the grounds for protest?
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar. All right, we are at the top of the time. So once again, thanks everyone. If you have doubts, questions, feel free to contact us through email. Have a great rest of the day, and I declare this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a